Pedro and Paul Craig.
Come on, let's do it.
Somehow I feel like we're going to see more grappling exchanges than anything in this matchup.
Craig immediately takes the center of the octagon. He is in the blue trunks. Tyson Pedro in black and white.
Craig keeps going to that high switch kick off the left side. It's over and over again. He's going to that kick, Tom.
Yeah, and we're not seeing Pedro really fire anything back, so that every time that Paul Craig throws it, whether Pedro blocks it or not, Craig's getting the range on that left high kick. He's getting the speed on it. He's making the reads on what Pedro's doing to react to that high kick. That's all he's doing, whether he lands it or not. He's reading reactions and getting that read.
Oh, nice 1-2 there for Craig. Now has an underhook.
Oh, knee. That knee was hard by
Good knee to
Pedro.
the body.
That really hurts. Now look at the head position here up on the octagon fence. You'll see who has the control is the person who has the underhook, and their head on the underhook or overhook side is who controls the position on the fence. The head becomes almost like a third arm, and you got to use it in these exchanges.
And Tyson Pedro right in front of us is using it very well.
Right on them. Get a foot down. Nice, good.
Brian Gallagher, Scottish hit squad in the corner of Paul Craig.
Push your head in. Swim off. Move two different directions. There you go. Nice, stay top.
And that's the upside to the
Nice, keep going
overhook,
the
is
other
you got
way.
that throw there that he just landed, that judo throw. But the downside to him having the overhook is he's stuck on the octagon fence. So he needs to dig that right underhook under Pedro's left arm. That will help him turn his hips and get his back off the octagon fence.
Let's work it out with that position, gents, please. Want to stay there, stay busy, improve.
2 minutes gone by here in round one. Clock does bear watching. Tyson Pedro has never seen a second round. Longest fight of his pro career against Roundtree Jr. last November. That was 4 minutes and 7 seconds.
Tom, do you ever get annoyed when you're in the middle of these grueling grappling exchanges and the referee's telling you to move?
You don't really get annoyed. It's just he should be doing something. And honestly, Paul Craig can get out of these positions, but he's kind of doing some of the wrong things. He needs to move his head. He needs to dig an underhook. He's doing the same thing over and over, so he's being stuck here. And he's got to switch some things up. He's only looking for this throw. And right now, Pedro's taking advantage of the position because of that. He needs to switch his technique on this fence.
I completely understand from a technical standpoint, but from a standpoint of him attempting to do things, he might not know what he's doing, but he's definitely fighting. What always bothers me is when the referees are almost insinuating that the fighters are not doing that. Oh, there's a good uppercut there by Craig.
Right, ref like getting bored or something.
Yeah.
Ooh, big right hand landed for Pedro. And you're right, Joe. I mean, sometimes you hear the ref and you're like, be quiet, ref. I'm in here scrapping. What do you know?
Keep your hands up. He tagged him. Tagged him with that straight right. Tyson's going to let him up, I think. Stand up, let's go.
Pedro, black belt in Japanese Jiu-Jitsu, purple belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. And lands with the right again, yeah.
And the big left knees, and that's that same position. And that's because Craig always goes to the overhook here. He needs to dig underhooks to get out of this position. Notice he's always grabbing over the top of the head of Pedro. That's giving up the position and allowing Pedro to land the knees. And now he's about to take Craig's back.
How about the strength of
Craig's
Pedro?
in trouble. Oh, he's in trouble.
Straight to side mount.
He's getting smashed.
Tyson Pedro has an outstanding mount, and he uses that mount in order to wear you out, land ground and pound, and then take your back and choke you. He's done that several times. Lots of rear naked choke finishes from this top position. He switches right over to mount. Look for him to do that soon.
Oh, good job there, pinning down the arms. He's got Craig in a terrible position. That's it.
And that is it. Tyson Pedro, 2 for 2 in the UFC. The finishing rate remains intact at 100%. This guy's going to be a hard out at light heavyweight. Still 25 years old. Pedro 6-0 as he bounces Paul Craig from the ranks of the unbeaten.
Well, he showed a lot of composure in this fight. He had some moments where Craig was getting to him, but he made adjustments. And then once he landed that big right hand and dropped Craig, he didn't do anything reckless. He had him hurt. I really love these high knees because he showed there's that right hand. He showed massive flexibility and dexterity in order to get off those knees from the clinch. And there you see him, he cracked him with that right hand again.
Now remember,
over and over again here. Look at this.
That left knee's landing, Joe, because Craig's going straight to the overhook in those clinch positions. He's not looking for an underhook, and so that puts his head down whenever Pedro digs the underhook on the right side.
Big win for Tyson Pedro.
So it was his submission game that got it done in his UFC debut tonight. Tyson Pedro getting it done with strikes. And certainly the first full fight camp for the 25-year-old pays dividends. Tyson Pedro cashing as a slight underdog here tonight.
Love you, Rosie.
Bruce Buffer now with the official decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Mark Goddard's called a stop to this contest at 4 minutes, 10 seconds of the very first round. Declaring the winner by TKO, Tyson Pedro.
I'm here with the winner, Tyson Pedro, undefeated in the UFC, and what an exciting finish that was. He had some moments in the fight where you had to make some adjustments, but the big moment for you was when you dropped him with that right hand.
Yeah, I caught the straight right. I threw it way too late. I should have been throwing it when he was throwing those other kicks, but it eventually came and made it work.
Well, you showed remarkable composure, and you were relaxed as you made your adjustments. And let's take a look at the finish on the big screen and talk us through this. Once you got him down on the ground, you managed to achieve a dominant position, you tied down his arms, and you started blasting him with these elbows.
Yeah, we've been practicing this position, but usually that's me on the bottom, so surprised to be on top. I liked it back up better up there.
Well, listen, man, you got a lot of hype behind you, and it's all deserved. It's very exciting to watch you here, and I look forward to seeing you again. Tyson Pedro, ladies and gentlemen.
Tyson Pedro putting on a show here in Vegas, and if you're looking for guys who could potentially carry the torch for the UFC in Australia, Robert Whittaker and others, enter Tyson Pedro. Dominant performance tonight. You had to like what you saw.
Oh yeah, Pedro looked very good, but more than anything in that over-under clinch, he was just able to dominate Paul Craig, who was not digging the underhooks at the right time. He allowed Tyson Pedro to really control those positions, and it can't happen.
Tyson Pedro spent some of this training camp at Jackson Wink MMA.
This left knee landed because Craig is always reaching over the top of the head to look for these judo throws in the headlock. So that allows Pedro to break his posture and keep throwing these knees up the middle. And that right straight keeps landing whenever he times the right low kick of Paul Craig, and that sets up the right hand for Pedro. But these elbows were huge from that crucifix position to finish it off.
Yeah, he was just tied down and just remarkable.